How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Nothing to see here, please, Pittsburgh! Nothing to see here, please! Yeah! Look what I have created!
Welcome to the show. You are one-on-one with Wes the Sports Guy here on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. You can find the link to all of those video sites at westhesportsguy.com. And make sure you bookmark that site, westhesportsguy.com, to get the preview for the MLB season, which is just around the corner. It is coming. I'll have a little teaser for you before the end of this episode, but please make sure you bookmark westhesportsguy.com. Use that hashtag one-on-one-Wes when participating in the weekly conversation on sports on all the various social media platforms that you will find me and those links at westhesportsguy.com. Getting into it, I just want to start off by saying, first and foremost, thank you for checking in. Thank you for continuing to come back and, the support with that video that I posted about now being on Locals and Subscribestar. If you've inquired about what is Subscribestar, it's basically if you want to, I'm not saying you have to, but if you did want to support monetarily this channel, myself, and various other projects and avenues that I'll be pursuing in the not too distant future, you can go to Subscribestar. I have it linked for you at westhesportsguy.com. And as I said, not saying you have to. If you want to, I greatly appreciate it, but that is not something that I'm requiring of you to do in the audience. But if you do want to do that, fantastic. I appreciate it all. If you hit the like button here on this video, whether it be on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey now, all the different places, social media, you retweet, you participate in the conversations using the hashtags. Leave a comment as well. If you don't like what I say, leave a comment. I want to hear it all. If you do like what I say, I want to hear it as well. But you can do that. You don't have to do anything monetarily. If you just want to participate in conversations with sports, that's another reason why I started the Locals page, is that I see the trends. I see how things are divulging, not just with sports in general, but we're looking at it from, a larger picture when it comes to just normal day-to-day conversations. It doesn't have to be about sports. It could be about anything else. I'm not trying to make this all about politics, even though politics wants to infect itself into everything. But Locals is a very good place, not just for debate, but also just regular conversations like what you would have on the street with people. I know it's been kind of a really hectic year with lockdown madness, where you can't see somebody face to face anymore, whether or not you have a stupid covering on yourself. That doesn't really work, by the way, or if you have something where you're doing it on a screen. But there is a place with Locals that you can have healthy conversations with one another. We can have that banter. We can have that good old-fashioned trash talking when it comes to Dodger fans and Angel fans. Hey, we can start talking trash. The Dodgers finally won the World Series. They can start throwing back on our face and say, when was the last time you won a World Series, Angel fans? 2002? Hey, we can have those conversations, but I encourage you. You can check it out at Locals. That's also a monetary site. I do not have that set up right now. I am not planning on setting that up at the moment, but there will be some things that I will be posting exclusively to Locals, and you can get the link at westhesportsguy.com. It's westhesportsguy.locals.com. You can find it very easily. Again, I'm not asking for any monetary support on that website. It does offer that. I'm not doing that at this time. But if you do want to get some exclusive content from your favorite sports guy, you can go to Locals. Go to westhesportsguy.locals.com. The link is located easily for you at westhesportsguy.com at the very top of the page. But as I said, with the teaser and Odyssey now, with Locals, there's a lot of avenues out there. There's a lot of places that I can reach you. And if you don't want to continue to use YouTube anymore, that's fine. I'm not forcing you to keep going to YouTube. This is variety. This is choice. This is freedom of choice right here. This is me wanting to connect with as many people as possible. If you don't want to be on Facebook anymore, I have a MeWe page. If you are interested in MeWe, it's a free thing as well. But I have a MeWe page. If you hate interacting on Facebook, I'm over there. If you hate Twitter, I'm on Parler. I'm over there. All those links are there still at westthesportsguy.com. But again, lots of choices for you now. So that's the one thing that I've seen trending, is that people want variety. People want options. And it's always been the case, not just with social media, but you want options with a lot of things when it comes to buying food, when it comes to buying products, all that stuff. So again, just to sum it all up, that is the main thing that I've been working on the last couple weeks, why I've been away for as long as I have, without really, teasing it or alluding to it or any of that kind of nature. But I've been still fairly active on social media. If you've been following, I thank you. If you're not, again, links are at westthesportsguy.com. Hint, hint, bookmark that site. And as I tease with the jersey, here it is. This is the jersey. So if you have any guesses before I do the reveal right now of what jersey I am wearing for the once named Anaheim Mighty Ducks, you leave a comment below. Leave a comment right now. And I will do the reveal in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See? It's Teemu Selanne. Teemu Selanne, the Finnish Flash. That's the one. Well, if you guessed the Finnish Flash, that's who it is, Teemu Selanne. So this jersey I got just before I went on the little break with working on the locals page and getting Odyssey ready and starting to transfer stuff over. If you haven't noticed, everything is there at Odyssey quite yet. It's because I have to manually do it. Long story short, it will be there before you know it. But make sure you subscribe and go to Odyssey. You can find the link at westthesportsguy.com for that video site and also with locals. But again, if you guessed Teemu Selanne, you have earned my respect. I greatly appreciate you following along on social media, but that is who this jersey is, Teemu Selanne. Leave a comment below. Who's the next hockey player I should get a jersey of? Wayne Gretzky? Could it be anybody current? Connor McDavid? Guys like that? I don't know, but leave a comment. I'd love to see what you think the next jersey is that I should get to support hockey. And really, hockey's ramping up right now. We're getting close to that Stanley Cup playoff run. The trade deadline is going to be around the corner here in April. I know the NBA's had their trade deadline. I will be voicing my opinion on the major transactions that happened this last week with the NBA trade deadline happening. Quite a bit happened, actually. So I'll voice my opinion on that on the various social media sites. And again, the MLB preview is coming just around the corner. Teasing that in the beginning. I'll get to that in just a second. But real quickly, before I finish, the feel-good story of the week this week is going to be really on a personal note, but also for you. If you haven't seen it yet, Zack Snyder, filmmaker, director, he has got the green light many months ago from Warner Brothers to finish what he started with the Justice League movie, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to finally see what the final finished product of this is. You all know the story about Zack Snyder, I'm sure, where him and his wife working on this film, they've worked on many of the films in previous years, including 300 was his biggest, you could say crowning achievement of his filmmaking career. But working on Justice League, him and his wife, unfortunately, their oldest daughter decided to take her life. Unfortunately, very tragic. He and his wife had to step away. Thus, the finishing of Justice League was done by Joss Whedon, which, in my opinion, was a pile of crap. But that's beside the point. Zack Snyder now gets to redeem what he had started, finished it. Everybody was clamoring for it. Warner Brothers finally gave the green light on it many months ago. It's finished. It's out now on HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, that's where you would get it. If you have other means of watching it that are either more likely the right way to do it, be my guest. Use your imagination at that point. I digress. Going into this, huge DC fan. I loved the Batman animated series when I was a kid. Early to mid-90s is when that show was on. I have the full Blu-ray set of that. I just can't get enough of that show. That was my first interaction with DC. But I just clamor to DC. The characters, the villains too, everything about it. Of course you got Superman. Yes, you got Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all the big names of DC, Green Lantern, Flash, all that good stuff. And the villains too. You can't get enough of the villains. But the big thing for me has been the final culmination of this with the villain Darkseid coming to the screen. You gotta love the fact that Darkseid is back. He's there. You knew it was teased in the original theatrical version of Justice League, but Zack Snyder gets to bring his full picture, his full vision of this with Darkseid, the biggest villain in the DC universe. He makes Thanos look pretty wimpy, and that's basically what Darkseid is. He's the more uber version of what Thanos was for Marvel. Not taking anything away from what Marvel did. I appreciated those movies, most of them for what they were, especially at the end with Infinity War and Endgame and all that stuff, how it culminated at the end. But DC, that's my bread and butter. I love it. I will definitely be spending about 4 hours this weekend, hopefully uninterrupted, but for the most part, I'm definitely going to be watching this. So the Snyder Cut, it's available. I encourage you to watch it. If you are a fan of DC, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of it. I probably would do a reaction to it, not as I'm watching it, obviously, but I might do like a quick summation of it when I'm done watching it. I might do that exclusively on Locals, but if you want to get that, make sure you bookmark that site, westthesportsguy.com. You can get that link to the local site, westthesportsguy.locals.com. All of it's there for you. But again, that is what I'm looking forward to this weekend. So if you are looking forward to it as well, set aside some time. And if you can't watch it in the full 4 hours uninterrupted, you can come back to it. I know they've kind of set it up in chapters and whatnot, but I am looking forward to watching this. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell below to get notified when all of these videos are posted on this channel. YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey is the new one. You can find the links to all of those video sites at westthesportsguy.com. Before I leave, here's a teaser of what I will be bringing to you for the MLB preview at westthesportsguy.com. Make sure you bookmark that site. Opening day is just around the corner. I will see you next time.
Let's go! Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
I don't care if we never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball.